In this part, we're going to talk about the female gametophyte. Now, tell me one thing. We have studied about the whorls. The female whorl of the plant flower is known as a gynoecium. Correct? That we have studied that. In gynoecium, it's the part which is responsible. The word collectively it's called a pistil. Okay, it's called as a pistil. Pistil is mainly composed of three parts. First part is ovary, second part is style, and the third part is a sigma. It is collectively called as a pistil. If you draw the diagram, you will get structure like this. It is a ovary, this is a style, and the third part is a stigma. Pollen grains get deposited on the stigma, which is a sticky in nature. From here, the pollen tube travels, and here is ovule present. So pollen tube get penetrated over here. Okay. See, in the every ovule, there in the ovary there are some ovules. So we have to find out what types of ovules are there. Okay. In majority, the anatropic ovule is a very common. It look like this. Okay, we will study in detailed manner over here. It look like this. So let's study about the anatropous ovule. What is anatropous ovule? Let's study here. The structure of the anatropic ovule. First, why it's called? उसको anatropic ovule क्यों बोलते हैं? Because the structure is like this. In the pistil, okay, this ovule is situated here like this. Anatropic, so that's why it's called anatropic in nature. So let's study what are the parts of this. The point where, see, just I have drawn something like this. This is the ovule. The part where the ovule is attached to the ovary, it's called placenta. It's called as a placenta, and this ovule and this placenta are connected by this stalk-like structure. It's called funicle. Okay. Next, this part of the anatropic ovule, it's called chalaza. So chalaza is what exactly? From the placenta, nutrition travels from the funicle and comes to the chalaza, and from chalaza it gets distributed over. That's why it's called chalaza. See here at the this is the chalaza. Opposite to here micropyle is there. Opposite to exact there is one pore that is called micropyle. There is always arrangement in opposite direction of the micropyle. You always find chalaza and vice versa. Okay. Then this small covering. Okay. The one thing we have to understand before that, the point where funicle attached to the body. This is the body of that anatropous ovule. The point at which this body get attached to the funicle, that is pipe-like structure, this portion I am talking about, this called is as a hilum. Okay. Then there are two coverings are there. The outer is called outer integument, and the inner one is called, the inside one is called inner integuments. These integuments are held for the protection purpose. Okay. Inside the anatropic ovule, you will find like this structure. Okay. I'll zoom it here, and you will find a cell like this. At the micropyle, there is a 3 cells you find. The middle one is called egg cell. The middle one is called egg cell, and the two, it's called synergids. This synergids has a hair-like projection or filiform apparatus. It's called. They give direction. Synergids what give direction when pollen tube enters into this. So this synergy helps for the pollen tube to find the egg cell. Egg cell is here. This is a micropylar end. Now this is a chalaza end. This is a chalaza end. And there are 3 types of cells. These cells are called antipodal cells. Okay, these are called antipodal cells, and at the center there is a secondary nucellus is present. What is that? Secondary nucellus or secondary nucellus is present. Now, what is the function of the antipodal cell? Whenever the pollen grains are transferred to this antipodal cell form a bond between this, or they form a bond, or they get fused with the secondary nucleus to form a cytoplasmic cell. So what is the function exactly we are going to study in detailed manner. This nucleus that I have drawn over here is collectively called embryo sac. It's called embryo sac. In the embryo sac, the nucleus is secondary nucleus. So up till now, I think you have understood this structure is very important. Start from the placenta, ends with the microbiota. You have to understand this. Now let's talk about the development of female gametophyte. See here, unlike the microsporangenesis, this is called megasporangenesis. But when you talk about the microsporangenesis, about the pollen grains, there was starting cell was the haploid one. So there is direct development can take place. But in this case of the female gametophyte, the first cell is diploid. Okay, so we want haploid. So like the female gametophyte first to form that undergo first this cell, which is the sporangium cell, which will be undergo the meiosis, which leads to formation of linear tetrad. Okay, so linear tetrad, each individual cell is a n-type cell. So this is a haploid cell will form. From these 4 cells, the one cell only get mature. This above 3 cells are get degenerated. Only one cell remain viable over here. Only one cell is viable over here means what? Only one cell remains having the haplodicity, or the n number will be there. Now this will be undergo successive 3 mitosis. First is a meiosis, which leads formation of diploid से क्या बना? Haploid बना. अभी ये mitosis identical cell बनाएगा. तो what? How many types it undergo the mitosis? Here is the first mitotic division take place after the maturity. Little bit cell will be grow. So this will formation of this kind of cell. Okay, the first mitotic division takes place. Then it undergo the second mitotic division. Now from one cell, 2 cell, from 2 cell, how many cell will be formed? Correct, 4 cell will be formed. And after this it undergo the third mitotic division. Okay, and will leads to formation of how many cells? 8 cells are there. Okay, so how many cells will be there? 8 cells are there. This 8 cells arrange themselves in such a manner like that. 3 cells are present here, 3 cells present at this end, and out of 2 cells are present over here. Okay, so little bit after development, we have seen that in the anatropic ovule, micropylar end is there and the chalazal end is there. At the chalazal end, let's consider this is the chalazal end, this is the micropylar end. See, let's talk about this. At the chalazal end, these 3 nucleus have shifted, which leads to formation of which cell? Antipodal cell. So antipodal cell apparatus form over here. This 3 cells at the micropylar end, 2 of these cells will form a synergids. Okay, and these synergids have a hair-like projection, or it's called fuliform apparatus. And why this is so? क्यों इनको hair-like projection है? Because whenever there is a penetration of the pollen tube, it will guide. Who will guide? This synergids with the fuliform apparatus guide where is the egg cell, and where is the egg cell lie? At the center, it's a egg cell is there. And what is the function of antipodal cells? These antipodal cells, this is called secondary nucleus, having 2 polar bodies, which is at the center, form secondary nucleus. What is the function of antipodal and secondary nucleus? After or before the just before the pollen tube enters, it going to fuse with the egg cell, but this antipodal cell and this cell also combine to form a, this is from embryo sac. This is nucleus of the embryo sac, so it will be formed the cytoplasmic cell over there. So we are going to study in detail. So this is the development of the female gametophyte. Start with the meiosis, then there is a 3 consecutive mitotic division which takes place. How many cells will be formed? At result 8 cells. Out of these 8 cells, see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Out of the 8 cells, 3 consecutively remain at the, one is micropolar end, one is antipodal cell which is at the salazar end, and the 2 come at the center which form the secondary nucleus. So this is the development of the female. This all collectively is called as megasporogenesis. It's called megasporogenesis. Don't get confused. If the word micro comes, that is the pollen grains related male gametophyte. But whenever the mega word comes, it's the female gametophyte development. So what is the process called? The megasporogenesis. The process is called. I think you have understood all the details. There are pictures also that showing or indicating this in a clear view manner.